To qualify for the tournament, you have to participate in one of 4 game days. On these days, you'll have 4 hours to get as many wins as you can, and each win will add to your game score. Finish in the top 4 and you'll officially earn your spot. Our first game day is in the books, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone who qualified for
the Mississippi River and the
for the big single elimination tournament happening in February. Our own Ronnie 2K went live for the first game day, and he was joined by some special guests to break it all down. If you missed the first game day, don't worry. The second game day is just around the corner on November 21st. If you love my team and you love to compete, make sure you're in the Emerald tier.
the tall buildings of downtown. And is the
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, DA. Thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. Takes the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Walker against Richardson. Pulls up, high post, and he gets the jumper to drop. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Tatum gets the bucket.
Man, I like the way Tatum plays through contact, stays with his shot no matter what the defense throws at him.
Richardson finds Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Right side, Simmons. Horford. And the call on, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Shot's good by Walker.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Simmons passes to Horford. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's Horford for you. I mean, that's what he does. He's a guy who brings toughness and great concentration to what he does in the paint.
Now here's Hayward. Walker in the post. Guarded by Simmons. Tatum wide open. He fires one from beyond the arc and then some. Tatum's got 5 points so far. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Here's Brown. following the basket by Al Horford. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Celtics shooting their first free throw this game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Hey, and that explosiveness of Walker is sometimes just mesmerizing. A quick-footed guard with a superb shooting stroke to match.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. Here's Thybulle following the bucket by the Celtics. Burks the pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Excellent D from Kanter. Boston leading by 4. Ahead. Back to Williams. Celtics passing it around. And the basket by Tatum.
Well, you know he's feeling it when he's taking these kinds of shots, guys. Tatum, very confident with his stroke.
Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Kanter. Right side to Walker. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Walker. Then for the 76ers, Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. Robinson passes to Embiid. Fast break, here we go. Here's Wanamaker. Robinson pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Burks. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Tatum on the wing. Back to Smart. To the paint and stolen by Scott. Here's Burks. Beautiful dish and the layup goes down.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where...
From Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Boston. Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Smart. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Outside, Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Wanamaker. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. Milton finds Embiid. Back to Milton. Baseline J on the way. And stolen by Tatum. Smart dishes to Tatum. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Milton the pass to Scott. To the middle. Here's Robinson. And the rejection by Tatum. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Joel Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks. And finished off by Brown.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there.
76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Then for the 76ers, Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Shake Milton.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Hayward, deflects the pass, stolen by Cantor. Hayward kicks to Brown. The 3. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Celtics leading by 3. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
You know, we talk a lot about athleticism, guys. It's important. And right there, Harris used his well to create for himself.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Back to Walker. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Korkmaz. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harris passes to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 1.
It really is a thing of beauty watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. I mean, he's a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Now, here's Thybulle. Defended by Hayward. Good. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Brown the pass to Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown against Richardson. Here's Cantor. Will it go? And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Richardson the pass to Horford. Richardson outside.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 assists. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Rejected by Walker. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 13. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them, probably one of the best.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Second chance shot. Round kicks to Walker. Over Simmons. They get it back. Launches it. Walker's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebound
Make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Smart passes to Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And now it's a 3-point Boston lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Simmons. A second chance effort. Embiid finds Scott. Here's Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Gotta admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
For Philadelphia, they have been excellent at the free throw line. Here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Robinson's checked in for Mike Scott. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. Inside, Smart. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Another miss by Philadelphia. The Celtics with the lead. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
The Celtics making a switch here. Green's checked in. And then for Philadelphia, Shake Milton. He's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Burks in for Ben Simmons.
This is where Embiid burns you the most. I mean, mainly because of his size and such a soft touch.
And the slam by Williams.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Burks kicks to Korkmaz. Back to Burks. Here's Korkmaz, and he uses the glass on the layup. Korkmaz has got 5 points so far. Back to Williams. Smart on the wing. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. So, and how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Smart and Brown outside. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Milton kicks to Burks. Korkmaz passes to Burks. Here's Korkmaz. And here's Burks. Embiid.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. And he lays it straight in.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
The pass to Embiid. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Horford in the post. Brown on him. From 6 feet. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kanter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. And here's Tatum for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Hayward finds Brown. To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
Simmons working it over. And it's good, 2 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The 76ers trail by 6. And now the 76ers on the break. Richardson kicks to Embiid. 1:33 left in the game. Back to Horford. Just 5 to shoot. It's Brown with the drive. Passes it to Tice. He dishes it to Hayward. Left side Tatum. Down low. Tice. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Richardson. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And there's the feed to Embiid. Brown wide open. He fires. Good on the triple.
You know, the three-point shot, guys, is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be knocking down these looks to expand his offensive repertoire.
Here's Embiid. Harris outside. Now here's Embiid. Richardson for 3. They get it back. And another shot. Embiid's shot is good.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball.
the Emerald tier. Then get out there and show us your skills.
A big congratulations to the 8 competitors who qualified in the first game day of the My Team Unlimited tournament. They beat out thousands of others, and we caught up with a couple of them afterwards.
For the land of the free.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. D.A., take it.
Hey, Kevin, with the
Growing together and staying healthy, 2 important parts. Thanks, D.A. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at shooting guard. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Simmons feeling it out.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Inside, here's LeVert, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Embiid, the pass to Horford. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Passes to Embiid, back to Simmons. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it and stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Richardson outside. Fires, high post. Kept alive. Here's Horford. Simmons on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Richardson. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Irving against Simmons. And stolen by Horford. Dinwiddie against Richardson. Back to Embiid. And it's sent back by Allen.
Wow, Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
KD with it. Picked up by Harris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Richardson finds Embiid. Back to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Irving. Shoots over Embiid. Another shot. The kick out to Irving. Fires from 14. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
High post shot. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there but he gets the call and will shoot two. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Simmons following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Harris outside. Now here's Prince. To the middle. And the dunk by Jordan.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to run.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Luwawu. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Burks, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Out to the right wing. There's the pass to Burks. Outside, Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. Burks for three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed this.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
Dinwiddie wide open. No good on the three.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Scott kicks to Thybulle. Dishes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. For the three. No good on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Prince. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Pass to Korkmaz. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Feeds to Embiid. Goes back up. The kick out to Scott. Thybulle with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Scott can't get it to go. Nets leading by 4. Luwawu, the pass to Prince. And he gets it to go.
Well, you know Prince is going to be aggressive. So if you're not going to make a commitment to stop him, he's going to make high percentage shots like that one.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Out to Harris. There's the steal. And stolen by Jordan. The dish now to Harris. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Passes it to Korkmaz. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Here's Milton following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. It's blocked.
Taurean Prince has the kind of length and speed to close the gap and send it back. What a block.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Robinson.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Irving misses.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Embiid kicks to Robinson. Here's Milton. And the 76ers get it back. And Embiid throws it down.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Irving against Burks. Irving's shot is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The 76ers trail by 6. And there's the pass to Embiid. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Robinson. Josh Richardson's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks. Here's Simmons. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And Simmons slams it in.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Here's Allen, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Horford finds Simmons. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll do it for...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. No dice on the putback jam. In transition, here come the Nets. It's blocked, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Here's KD. That one drops for him. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And here's Embiid. 12 points for him. Richardson dishes to Horford. With 3, Harris hands it from downtown. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
And then Allen slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Stolen by LeVert. Richardson against Irving. From outside the arc, bangs home the trifecta. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons really using his insane athleticism on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who really carves up the defense.
Now here's Durant. He's got...
You got to be kidding. Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Richardson the pass to Horford. Philadelphia moving the ball around. It's Richardson on the wing. No good from outside. Nets leading by 11. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. There's the triple. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. Down low. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Richardson. Richardson missing again. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Robinson comes in for Embiid, and it's Shake Milton in for Ben Simmons. Harris passes to Milton. Horford high post. Kicks it to Harris. On the wing, Milton. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 13. Here's the lob to the hoop. Crawford finds Prince. And here is Johnson. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Robinson. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Harris. It's Richardson on the wing. Fires from deep. And a dunk by Horford.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
Crawford passes to Harris. And 1:01 left to play in the third. The 76ers trail by 11. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Back to Richardson. Lets the 3 fly. Brooklyn with the rebound.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And here's Prince outside. It's good on the putback.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
Back to Richardson. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Richardson gets a wide open look, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Richardson's got it back down to within single digits for Philadelphia. To the inside. Here's Allen, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
Boy, Jared Allen, what an effective use of that pump fake. Nicely done.
He hits the second from the line. Five seconds left in the third quarter. Korkmaz passes to Horford, and he banks in the layup. Horford's got 6.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Prince out there with Allen, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Here's Korkmaz, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. Floats it up for Horford, and stolen by Jordan. Outside Prince. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Nets lead by 12.
Boy, gets the bucket through the contact. Taurean Prince, he earned every bit of that one.
And now the fast break. Irving with the ball from 18 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now, here is Irving. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Burks. To halt the run. Thibault. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Lets it go from deep. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 4th assist in this one. Harris kicks to Burks. Here's Korkmaz. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the dunk by Horford.
What a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
Now, here is Irving. Five to shoot. Here's Jordan. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
DeAndre Jordan's athleticism is simply unreal. You want evidence? Go check out his posterization of Mr. Brandon Knight.
Thibault, the pass to Horford. Back to Thibault. Now Burks. And stolen by Prince. Allen outside. LeVert kicks to Irving. And stolen by Thibault. And they're running. Here's Burks. LeVert grabs the miss.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Prince dishes to Irving. Unloads. Misses off the right iron. The 76ers trail by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Allen.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Now, here is Irving. Jordan the pass to Irving. Tries again, and the jumper falls for him.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So here's Burks, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a two-guard.
Embiid finds Simmons. Richardson outside. Clock at 6. Shoots it up. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
The My Team Unlimited tournament is underway. The qualifying game days are underway, and we're talking to one member who has made it into the tournament. Welcome to 2K TV, MJ's TVs.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Tice controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
Talk about an unsung hero, Daniel Tice.
Last off-season, he agreed to a 2-year deal with the Celtics worth $10 million. Just another great signing by Danny Ainge.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And see, when you look at all that Tice provides for this team, it's amazing he doesn't get more credit.
Well, you're right, Jay, but he is surrounded by great players who deserve to attract the limelight. But he can rebound, defend, set picks. He can stretch the floor, and every year he continues to improve. That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the contest.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Tice. Brown outside. In the corner, it's Hayward. 4 on the clock. From 6 feet. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Irving against Walker. Up again. The rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
Irving passes to Allen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Allen's got 5.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
The kick out to Walker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
This is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
Here's Irving. And the rejection by Tatum.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Brown, good.
Timeout, timeout.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Here's Tatum following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Cantor. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets trail by 5. Stolen by Smart. A solo fast break. The finish, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Cantor typically plays with a high activity level.
Harris passes to Llewellyn. Now the feed to Jordan. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Llewellyn. He's covered by Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. So he gets them both.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Smart. Banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 7. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Harris dishes to Prince, and he jams it with authority.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Smart passes to Cantor. Count it.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Nets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. A second chance effort. And it's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Smart deciding where to go with it. It's good.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Boston on top, up by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Inside, Williams kicks to Williams. Williams, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Irving with it. Bucket is good.
You got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
Williams passes to Smart. Lays it up and banks it in. Smart's got 6. Nets trail by 5. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Luwawu.
I mean, when Durant gets a pick, he's dangerous. I mean, 7 foot tall. Who can handle it? How do you guard?
Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Irving drives in. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And Walker kicks to Tice. To the middle. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Oh, you love the level of concentration Brown maintains. I mean, taking the hit well and finishing in style.
Goes up with a stripe. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Irving.
Okay, that's the shot he loves. I mean, unless there's a guy right in his jersey.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty. Woo. You can't teach that. Brown just showing off his incredible dunking ability.
To the paint. Here's Allen. Hangs. Second chance shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Nets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. Boston also with the sub. Cantor checked in for Williams. And Allen drops them both. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. Here's Brown. That one goes. Just count it. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Walker against Irving. Shoots over Walker. It's good on the putback.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Here's Walker. Makes it off the glass. He has 6. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tice has got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes to Cantor. And here's Tice. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Irving. Shoots over Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Irving's pump fake is dangerous. Got to stay down on him. When you jump, he goes right into the defender.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Down low, Williams. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And it's sent back by Allen. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. The Celtics with the lead. Brown outside. The pass to Hayward. He dishes it to Williams. The putback, and Cantor able to finish.
Now, that's a staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Outside Irving. Here's Allen. Up in time. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end. And that should do it with the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Outside Tatum. And the 3 off target. Nets trail by 4. And KD throws it down.
And I think I only counted 4 total steps for Durant to go from one end of the floor to the other. I mean, he's just incredible in the open floor.
Tice inside. He's covered by Irving. And Tice gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Irving against Walker. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
We need to put a body on Durant. He's great at carving out position on the glass.
Here's Brown. Drops in the layup for 2. Brown's got 12 in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Irving. Good, nice job down low. 15 points in the game.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Tice, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Timeout called, the Nets. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Body and agility, rare, considering Brown's size. That's why he's always been such an intriguing prospect.
And it's blocked. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. And he comes up with the deuce.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Inside, it's stolen by Allen. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
The Nets have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Dinwiddie with the steal. Allen with it. Now guarded by Smart. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. It's good. And now just a 1-point Boston lead.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
And Dinwiddie over to help. Pass to Wanamaker. Tatum wide open. He fires one. They can't stop the run with that one.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harris up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside for the lead. Allen's shot is off.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Tatum for 3. That shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
The kick out to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Pass to Llewellyn. It's Prince on the wing. Llewellyn, the pass to Allen. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. Turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Karis LeVert's checked in for Harris. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's KD. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And KD throws it down.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's the Nets. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Boston trailing. We've got Irving, LeVert out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Three-pointer, LeVert. A rebound by the Celtics. Now Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
I love the energy on Cantor's drive. Runs in like nothing can slow him down.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Tatum comes in for Robert Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Tice, and Tice throws it down.
That is prime-time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up an easy bucket.
Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. Passes it to Irving. Over Walker. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch. Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Over in the corner, Allen. Back to Irving. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. It's Durant on the wing. And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Brown. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. And then Allen slams it in.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Count that one. Brown's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Yep, that one goes in there. That's 10 points for Walker.
He enjoys having the ball in his hands during crucial possessions. And the way Walker plays tonight, it's clear.
Walker against Irving. Up and in on the way. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
You know they're going to go to Irving in these spots. He's tremendous at scoring when his team needs a bucket.
Tatum deciding where to go with it to tie it up. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Oh, the surprising leadership from a young player. Tatum remains focused in big moments.
A shot's good from Irving.
And that's a bounce-back 3, and they're back in the lead.
To the paint. Out to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Walker goes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But Walker has speed to burn. A nightmare keeping him out of there.
Outside Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
I love the show of confidence. Durant showing his greatness in key situations.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Walker in the post. He's covered by Irving. It's blocked. High post Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
You can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Outside, Walker. Inside. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 3. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Jared Allen.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
KD passes to Allen. Back to Durant. 6 to shoot. Allen trying to break free. KD's shot is off. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Boston. And here's Brown outside. And Irving pulls it down. And here are the Nets. 3-point lead. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Levert kicks to Durant. Dinwiddie wide open. It's rebounded by Tice.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
difficulties, you know, with just some unfortunate situations.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from above, the incredible... And let's...
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now, here's Tice. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Harris up top, defended by Hayward. Harris passes to Horford. Back to Harris. No good on that one. Hayward with some nice D. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it. Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Tries yet again.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Tatum with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Tatum no good. 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Richardson gets a wide open look. Richardson missing again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Man, I like the way Tatum plays through contact, stays with his shot no matter what the defense throws at him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. The 76ers again can't hit it. Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Walker. Tice trying to break free. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Richardson. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And Embiid with the block.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. And the Celtics also making a change. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Korkmaz passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. Feeds to Brown. Burks with the steal. Scott finds Thibault. Now Embiid, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Robinson's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Smart. Williams in the post. Scott's there. Smart passes to Wanamaker. Cantor trying to free himself up, and Wanamaker gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The 76ers trail by 3. Burks with it. Williams picks him up. Back to Burks. The feed now to Embiid. Over Cantor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Wanamaker. Burks covering, and that one good.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The 76ers shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. Embiid kicks to Scott. On the wing, Milton. The kick out to Scott. Over Williams. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 5. Live from Philadelphia. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
They've got Robinson, Joel Embiid out there with Scott. Then it's Shake Milton, and it's Richardson in at the point guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Richardson outside.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Hayward passes to Cantor. Back to Hayward. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
Robinson against Hayward. Back to Robinson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Celtics leading by 7. Got a piece of it. Cantor kicks to Hayward. Williams looking around. Back to Hayward. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Down low. Tice, no good. Back to Smart. Outside Tatum. And there's a foul. Will go on Shake Milton. That's his first foul. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Richardson. And a change for the Celtics. Williams is checked in. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got the lead at the 12 now for the Celtics.
Tatum continues to expand his range, and with his size and length, he can shoot over most defenders.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
To the middle, and Simmons slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And that one is good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford. Tice, it's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Right side, Simmons. Korkmaz passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
And stolen by Thybulle. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. Burks is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Simmons. Rebound, Boston. Pass to Williams. Back to Tatum. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Williams kicks to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Harris. Robinson is subbed in for Korkmaz. Cantor, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 7. And Williams with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And he misses his first shot. And so we conclude the first half. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot.
Boy, set him up nicely that time, guys. And Tatum, like most players, shoots better off a good pass.
Richardson dishes to Simmons. Harris passes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an area and pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Inside.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Richardson against Smart, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. And here is Tatum. He's got 8. Down low, Tice, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard with 3-point line.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing.
And here we go, coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Celtics leading by 9. Smart with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 5.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Here's Korkmaz. And stolen by Hayward. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Smart. Here's Wanamaker to the paint. Hayward outside. It's stolen by Harris. Burks on the wing. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys that will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Williams gets the bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Korkmaz passes to Horford. Korkmaz kicks to Thibault. Back to Korkmaz. Misses the 3. And so it's Boston up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Walker. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Robinson is out there with Mike Scott. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Williams dishes to Cantor. The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. He lobs it up, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can. He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Yep, it counts.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Walker with it. Now defended by Embiid. Back to Walker. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Scott kicks to Richardson. Back to Scott. And a wide open look for Simmons. Offensive rebound. Embiid. Good on the shot.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
Pass to Walker. Here's Brown. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Ring shot on the way. And here's Tatum for 3. Here's Williams. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Horford comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Jake Milton in for Glenn Robinson III. And a change for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Milton the pass to Richardson. Looking to end his cold spell. Got a hand on it. Brown with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Tips it up, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Brown kicks to Walker. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tobias Harris is checked in for Shake Milton. And the Celtics also making a change. Hayward's checked in. And Tice gets it to go.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Harris passes to Embiid. Back to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. From about 16, that's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Richardson.
That time Richardson defaulted to the mid-range shot. We know he can shoot them from deep, but mixing in that mid-range, it'll keep the defense off balance.
Harris kicks to Simmons. The pass to Horford. Puts up a three. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Celtics leading by 9. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Tatum from deep. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Celtics.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box, there were some great numbers for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
To the inside, out to Hayward, pass to Walker. Tatum on the wing. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, there's no question about it. Tatum's ceiling is really sky high. Now it's up to him to meet those huge expectations, and I think he will.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Then for the Celtics, Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Green in for Kemba Walker. Oh, Quinn can't hit.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And here's Tatum for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First one falls for him. And so Tatum nails them both. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Substitution for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Langford, the pass to Green. From deep three-point range, missed. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
qualifier each week, you know, came in, you know, the top 10 all the other times, whatever you want to say. So now, you know, we're here, finally did it. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be fun.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on qualifying. And what I need to know is, what was the strategy going in? Obviously, you've been trying for a couple.
The Borough of Brooklyn. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to GA.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard position. Now here's Simmons. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
That bucket in no time at all.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Now here's Simmons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
Here's Irving. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Embiid finds Richardson. Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here are the Nets. 4-point game. Left side, Irving. Allen passes to KD. And finished off by KD.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Tries from 10. The shot, no good. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And KD throws it down.
Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Liftoff is complete.
Passes it to Embiid. Simmons left side. Richardson dishes to Simmons. Richardson outside. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Richardson no luck.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ben Simmons.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
Embiid with the steal. Down low, Thybulle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Dinwiddie. On the wing, Harris. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. Here's Jordan. They shoot again. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Inside. Out left to the wing. Robinson for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Prince kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Prince's shot is good.
Boy, gets the bucket through the contact. Taurean Prince, he earned every bit of that one.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Back to Thibault. Dinwiddie with the steal. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this is why it's hard to contain DeAndre Jordan. This guy in attack mode right now.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Nets lead by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Alec Burks. Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the 2 guard. Oh, Dinwiddie in position.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Outside, Scott to the paint, and stolen by Jordan. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Kicks it out to Prince. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Prince. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Milton. Just 3 to shoot. Prince trying to free himself up. Harris, no good. The 76ers trail by 8.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. We talk often about Taurean Prince's range as a shooter. Let's talk about athletically the ability to get in transition and get each.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The drive by Simmons.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Prince against Harris. Count that one. Prince has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Simmons passes to Korkmaz. Back to Simmons. It's Richardson on the wing, guarded by Prince. Here's Korkmaz. That three off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there. Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
The 76ers trail by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Korkmaz in the corner. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Korkmaz has got 5 points so far. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto MB down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
LeVert finds Irving. Nets with the new shot clock. LeVert with the wide open look. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Boy, there's a fluidity to his jump shot. Karis LeVert coming through for his team in the mid-range.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Dinwiddie outside. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, KD's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Tyball's checked in. Another shot. Allen dishes to KD. Back to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Al Horford.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Simmons against Irving. 20 seconds left in the first half, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
The lead now in single digits. Richardson's got his first bucket in this one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's KD, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. That is good. And the net, and so that's the end of the first half. It's the Nets. They're up by 9.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jump. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing from Taurean Prince.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Irving attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Off target from 3-point range. Nets leading by 9. To the middle. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And finished off by KD.
How about the ability to slice through the defense, muscle through the shot? KD, go ahead, sir.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket. Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Oh!
My goodness. Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here are the Nets. Good momentum. 8 straight points. KD with it. And it's Horford picking him up. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Allen. And it's Luwawu-Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Mike Scott's checked in for Al Horford. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Outside Irving. Outside KD. Prince trying to free himself up. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers trail by 17. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Irving. Sinks the 15-footer. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Korkmaz. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Korkmaz has got 7 points in the game.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Irving passes to Jordan. For 3, Durant. It's hauled in by Thibault. Back to Jordan. And stolen by Thibault. Robinson goes in. Now the pass to Harris. And it's in there.
And really, over the years, Harris has worked so hard on that jumper, now reaping the rewards of all his labor.
Outside Irving. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 10.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Philadelphia. Simmons comes in for Korkmaz, and that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Down low, here's Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Nets lead by 15.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Thibault finds Embiid, out to Harris, shoots the three, hits it from three-point range.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Durant, and good that time. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 14. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Taking a look at the 76ers. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. And it's Thibault in at the three. And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in. And stolen by Horford. Outside, Simmons. Here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
Left side, Durant. Good for his ninth make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And then Durant with the dunk.
AD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Richardson outside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Milton. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer off the mark. Here's Allen. Durant kicks to Allen. Back to Durant. Pass to Allen. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Harris against Simmons. Passes to KD. Clock at 4. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking because he can heat up in a hurry?
Richardson dishes to Simmons. Simmons on the wing. Harris passes to Embiid. Richardson for 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Harris outside. Three-pointer, LeVert. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harris kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
And here is Harris. Durant down low, guarded by Embiid.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
There's the pass to Harris. To the paint. Now LeVert. Outside for Durant. Pass to Harris. Back to Durant. LeVert. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 20.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Richardson with the double team. LeVert the pass to Durant. Releases. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Richardson finds Harris. Back to Richardson. And here is Harris. Here's Simmons, and stolen by Harris. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
LeVert from outside. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our terrific 2K. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker. And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
Irving looking over the floor, trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. KD's shot is good.
This just in. Durant is special. I mean, how easy the offensive game comes.
Tatum against Durant. Tatum drives in. Pass to Tice. The kick out to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. Allen with the rebound.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That is his first foul of the game.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. Watch him. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right.
Oh, the power on that prudent.
That is prime-time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket.
Durant with it.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Tatum with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Dinwiddie finds Allen. Tice against Irving. Takes a 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Beautiful job by Tatum right there. I mean, the ball handling skills incredibly advanced for such a young front court player.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Stolen by Walker. Tatum drives in, and he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
Brown against Dinwiddie. Outside Durant, back to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around to the inside. The kick out to Irving. The pass to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Irving against Walker. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got his second bucket.
Look at that. Nothing gets to Irving. Even when the shot clock is low, he remains calm and trains it.
Walker the pass to Brown. 1:22 left here in the first quarter.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Dinwiddie drives in. At the elbow, it's Allen. Outside Irving. Misses the 3. Celtics have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Smart passes to Cantor. No good. Good D by Jordan. Back to Prince. Pass to Luwawu. Outside Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 10 points.
Oh, I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Smart. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. And that one drops for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Irving for 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Smart on the wing. He dishes it to Williams. Back to Smart. Passes it to Cantor. Williams in the post. Started by Prince.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Here's Irving. That one doesn't drop. And it's Boston the other way. Smart goes in. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Nets trail by 7. Here's Luwawu. Out to Harris. Here's Luwawu. Pocket 6. And they get it, and it's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter's been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Brown is checked in for Enes Kanter. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Tatum comes in for Williams. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And stolen by Tatum. Here's Hayward. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Tice kicks to Hayward. A rebound by the Nets. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. The feed to Allen. He's off on that one. Hayward with some nice D. And here's Boston. They've got a 10-0 run going.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce. And every step of Durant on a drive covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with a dunk.
Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Brown, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. A 12-point game. LeVert finds Allen. Tatum against KD. LeVert, it's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. It's tipped. Brown the pass to Tatum. And here's Tice. Excellent D there from Allen.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
LeVert with a wide open look. And Tatum pulls it down.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 12 seconds left now here in the second. The three from Tatum. Here's Tice. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
He usually takes advantage of D like that.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Nets trail by 9. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Tatum drives in, and slam dunk by Tatum.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Irving kicks to Durant. Nets passing it around. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, of course, the Celtics traded back from number 1 to number 3 to draft Tatum in terms of readiness and absolute steal.
Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Brown. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Irving. 10 points for him. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You have to love it. There's no quit in this kid, Irving. When he gets hit, he sticks with his shot.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Walker kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Kanter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Got to appreciate how aggressive Kanter is on offense. I mean, it's what earns him trips to the line.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And a change for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for Durant.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Outside Irving. The 3, down to 5 on the shot clock.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Boston. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. It's stolen. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart passes to Wanamaker. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 14. Taken away by Williams. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Williams. Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 15 points.
One of the best point guards in the league, getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Here's Williams. Nails the baby hook. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Williams with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's Kanter. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Kanter's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Irving drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 17.
Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
Wanamaker misses. Nets trail by 16. Here's Luwawu. No good from outside. Celtics have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Left side Williams. Back to Wanamaker. And the layup is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
It's tough to keep Smart out of the paint when he sets his mind to it. I mean, once he gets a step, you're not budging him off his line.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Celtics leading by 18. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Jaylen Brown out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. Smart passes to Tice. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oakley was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Clock is at 3. Tatum. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Shot's good by Walker.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving drives in, makes it off the glass. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
And right now, Irving is percolating. I mean, he's so good at creating and remaining assertive on offense. Time for the percolator.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
And Brown throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A putback, Walker on the follow. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Dinwiddie against Walker. Here now is Dinwiddie. He gets it in there.
I mean, it's time for him to take over. He's played it cool long enough, and I think he realizes that.
Now Walker. Inside. Tice kicks to Walker. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Celtics lead by 21. There's the double team with Walker. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Irving attacking. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 23.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
From deep, Walker. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. Three-pointer. A nice shot by Irving. He's got 26.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Hayward dishes to Brown. Now here's Allen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD's got the ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Smart's checked in for Brown. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Nets trail by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Jason Tatum.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Kept alive. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. Goes back up. And Tatum pulls it down. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
On the wing, Irving. And the 3 off target. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Boston again missing. And the Nets with possession here. 11-point game. Dinwiddie with it. Allen outside. Irving for 3. Drills it from outside.
Oh, look, what a confident shooter Irving is. He looks so calm and collected whenever he rises and fires like this.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down.